welcome to the deep dive. Our mission here is pretty simple. Cut through all the noise, find the core insights, and give you a clear take on important digital topics fast. And today, we're diving into PST.net. It's a payment platform, specializing in virtual cards. We're thinking this could be key for anyone in, say, online ads, affiliate marketing.
Or even just managing digital spending better.
Exactly. If you've ever hit a wall with ad platform payments or just want tighter control, this one's probably for you.
Right. And let's face it, those frustrations are real. Payment rejections on big platforms, campaigns just stopping dead.
Total headache.
Yeah, or just trying to track where all the money's going across different projects. So PST.net seems to be aiming right at those pain points. Our goal today, get past the marketing buzz and really see what strategic value it offers.
Okay, let's unpack it then. So our sources say PST.net, which is from PSTNet Finance Corp. It's all about these virtual payment cards, right?
Yeah.
Specifically for online ads and affiliates. But, why that specific focus? What makes these virtual cards different from just, using my regular business card?
Well, the core issue they're tackling is this persistent problem, especially for media buyers and affiliates. You run into these risk payment bans, they call them.
Oh, yeah.
On places like Facebook, TikTok, Google. And these aren't small things. They can literally freeze your campaigns, sometimes permanently shut down accounts. It's a huge blow.
Loss of time, money, momentum.
Exactly. And traditional cards, they often weren't built for the kind of high volume, sometimes global fluctuating spend you see in ads. Or they just get caught in some wider net the platform casts.
Okay.
So PST.net steps in with a tool designed, specifically for that environment.
Right. And this is where it gets really interesting for anyone who stared at that payment rejected message in horror. Our sources highlight that PST.net uses a large number of proprietary bank identification numbers, BINs. Can you break that down?
Yeah.
What is a proprietary BIN, and why is having their own such a big deal for avoiding bans? Is it like a guaranteed fix?
Not quite a silver bullet, no, but it's a really strong strategic advantage. So a BIN, those first few digits on a card, tells the system which bank issued it.
Okay.
Now, sometimes an ad platform flags an entire BIN because maybe there's been fraud or high-risk activity associated with some users on that BIN.
Right. Collateral damage.
Exactly. When PST.net uses proprietary BINs, it means they have a direct line to the banks issuing these cards. They manage these BINs specifically for advertising use. Think of it like using a specialist tool instead of a generic one.
Okay. So a cleaner history, maybe? Less likely to trigger those automated flags.
Precisely. It significantly cuts down the risk of your perfectly legitimate campaign getting blocked just because you share a BIN with some unrelated bad actors. It's about reducing those false positives.
So it's a managed system. But what if, despite their best efforts, one of PST.net's own BINs gets flagged eventually? Does that cause problems for everyone using it?
That's a really important point. And the key isn't just having proprietary BINs, it's having a large number of them, like the sources say.
Redundancy.
Exactly. If one BIN starts facing issues, their system lets users switch over to another one of their proprietary BINs relatively easily.
Okay, so it builds in some resilience.
It does. It means one problem doesn't necessarily halt all your campaigns. That agility, that continuity is incredibly valuable when downtime costs real money.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Stability is key. Okay, so payments are going through more reliably. What about security and, trustworthiness? The sources mentioned Platinum Credit Statuses cards and 3D Secure. What does Platinum actually mean for a virtual card?
Good question. It's not just a label. Like a physical Platinum card, it signifies a higher tier within Visa or MasterCard networks.
Right.
For the user, this often means the card might pass some initial automated checks more easily than, say, a standard or generic card. Platforms might see it as coming from a more trusted source.
So potentially better acceptance rates.
Generally, yes. And then you add 3D Secure, that extra step, like getting a code on your phone to approve a purchase.
Yeah, I know that one.
That adds a significant layer against unauthorized use. So you've got cards more likely to be accepted, and they're more secure against fraud. Less troubleshooting, more confidence. Your budget's safe.
Okay, less friction, more security. I like that. Now, thinking about managing multiple campaigns, maybe for different clients, different tests, the flexibility aspect sounds huge. Sources say unlimited cards, setting specific spending limits, expiration dates for each. Operationally, what does that unlock beyond just, basic tracking?
Oh, it moves way beyond basic tracking.
Right.
This is where it becomes a serious financial management tool. Imagine you're running, 50 campaigns.
Yeah, it could be.
With unlimited cards, you can literally assign a unique virtual card to each one, or each ad set, each client, each team member.
Wow. Okay.
The strategic power there is massive. First, you isolate risk. If one card gets compromised,
Yeah.
it doesn't touch the others.
Smart.
Second, granular budget control. You set a hard limit on that specific card for that specific campaign, perfect for A/B tests where you need strict caps.
Right. No accidental overspending.
Exactly. Third, client management. Give each client their own set of cards with their budget. Makes reporting and billing so much cleaner.
Yeah, I can see agencies loving that.
And fourth, you can use expiration dates to manage cash flow, align budgets with campaign flights. It just brings this incredible level of detail and control. Turns chaos into order, really.
That does sound like a game changer, especially for organization. Okay, but getting money onto these cards. Sources talk about multiple funding options, crypto like USDT, BTC, but also wire transfers. That feels pretty modern, catering to a global crowd, right?
Absolutely vital today. Offering crypto alongside traditional wires. That speaks directly to how diverse online advertisers are now. Some operate globally where wires are slow or tricky.
Or they just prefer crypto.
Or they just prefer crypto. It's about flexibility, making sure users can top up quickly, easily, however they prefer, from wherever they are. Minimizes delays, keeps things running, removes a big barrier.
Speaking of value, what about incentives? PST.net apparently offers cashback on ad spend, and they aim for a transparent fee structure, low or no fees on things like deposits, withdrawals, even declined transactions. That sounds pretty attractive, especially at scale.
It's a direct hit to the bottom line, isn't it? Cashback, even a small percentage, on significant ad spend adds up fast. It directly boosts your campaign ROI.
Yeah, it makes the platform potentially pay for itself, in a way.
Could do. And that focus on transparent, low fees, especially waiving fees for declined transactions, which can be sneaky costs elsewhere, builds trust. You know what you're paying, makes budgeting more predictable. It positions it as genuinely cost-effective.
Now, for bigger teams or agencies, our sources mention team collaboration tools, different access levels, spending limits per team member. How does that streamline things for a business, practically?
That's crucial for scaling up securely. Think about it. You've got maybe account managers, media buyers, analysts. They all need payment access, but not necessarily the same level of access or spending power.
Right, different roles, different needs.
So these tools let an admin set up specific roles, assign permissions, give individual spending limits. A senior manager might have higher limits than a junior buyer.
Okay, makes sense.
It streamlines things by 1, improving security, no shared logins. 2, better accountability, you see who did what. 3, prevents overspending with those individual limits. And 4, boosts efficiency. People can work within their limits without constant approvals.
So it brings that sort of enterprise-level control to marketing teams.
Pretty much, yeah, regardless of their size.
And one last feature mentioned, connecting these cards to e-wallets like Google Pay and Apple Pay. Seems like that makes them useful beyond just ads, right? What's the impact there?
It definitely adds versatility. While ads are the main focus, being able to pop these virtual cards into Google Pay or Apple Pay means you can use them for a much wider range of online stuff, maybe even some in-store purchases.
Oh, okay.
It lets users potentially consolidate more of their business spending onto this controlled platform, adds another layer of convenience, makes the tool more central to their financial operations.
Right. So if someone's listening and thinking, yes, this sounds like what I need, how do they get started? Sources say the application is quick, straightforward, but also stresses KYC and AML compliance. Why is that compliance part so vital, even with a fast process?
A fundamental point. Trust and integrity, right? The process is fast registration, then this eKYC with automated ID and biometric checks. Quick. But those KYC, know your customer, and AML, anti-money laundering steps, they are absolutely critical.
Not just red tape, then.
Not at all. They're the foundation for preventing fraud, stopping illicit finance, and keeping the whole system secure for everyone. By verifying users, PST.net protects itself and its users. It helps maintain the very cleanliness of those proprietary bin we talked about earlier.
Ah, it loops back.
Mm-hmm.
So the compliance actually helps ensure the core benefit works better.
Exactly. It creates a more trustworthy environment, less likely to attract the activity that gets bins flagged in the first place.
Okay, that makes sense. And once you're through that check, it says you get instant access to your dashboard, can issue your first card, get funded. It sounds like they've really thought about balancing speed and security end to end.
It certainly seems that way. What PSTNet and PeaceNet Finance Corp are putting forward isn't just, virtual cards. It looks like a whole financial infrastructure built for the specific needs of online advertising and affiliate marketing, giving users reliability, flexibility, control, letting them focus on campaigns, not payment fires.
Okay, what a deep dive that was. Let's recap quickly. We saw how the core problem of ad payment bans is tackled by PST.net's proprietary bins, offering that crucial stability.
Right, a strategic way to mitigate risk.
Then the security side. Platinum status, 3D secure, meaning better acceptance and less fraud worries.
Building that user confidence.
And that incredible flexibility. Unlimited cards, granular limits, specific expiry dates, transforming budget management.
Yeah, moving it from just tracking to real strategic control.
Plus, easy funding with crypto and wires, cashback boosting ROI, low transparent fees.
Are all adding direct financial value.
Team tools for scaling securely, and e-wallet integration for broader use.
Making it a versatile tool.
And all wrapped up in a fast application process that doesn't skip on the essential KYC/ML compliance needed for a secure system.
Exactly. And if you connect all that to the bigger picture, what PST.net seems to offer is more than just payments. It's really about providing this layer of stability and control in what can be a really dynamic, sometimes unpredictable online ad world, which I think leads to a pretty important question for you listening.
Yeah, think about this. How much more strategic could your advertising or affiliate marketing be? How much more efficient, maybe even profitable, if that constant background noise of payment friction just faded away? If it wasn't something you worried about daily, what parts of your financial management, your digital operations could really transform with that level of detailed control, that security, and that resilience we've talked about today? Something to consider. Thanks for joining us on the deep dive. We hope this gave you some valuable insights. Until next time, keep exploring.